You know how to let it down slow, right?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. Real slow.
Hey guys, welcome to 3 Mississippi. Sid here. Thanks for clicking on the video. If you guys have been following along, you know that a few months ago, we bought a Chevy truck for our daughter, Frankie, and she just turned 15 this last week and has her permit. And so now she is really fired up to really start working on the truck. So the first step is getting the flat tires off. So we're going to show you what we did on the truck today. A few of you have been asking about some updates on the animals, which I'm going to give you today as well. We are in full planting mode. We are officially out of danger zone for having another frost. We've already had our last frost, so it is time to get to planting. Not that one.
Find one that fits on there. Okay, that's righty tighty. That's lefty loosey. So that's right. There you go. Get it so one of them. That's right. So it's up high. Get it all the way on there. Is it on?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
I don't want to break it.
Is it on? It wasn't on.
It was, but it keeps falling down on it.
Did it just turn?
No. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
All right. Well, normally we don't jack it up until we get the lug nuts broke. But since there's only 2 lug nuts on it, they might be binding. So we're going to jack it up a little bit.
Yeah.
To see if we can relieve any kind of bind. So need to figure out what we're going to put this jack on. What do you see right there on the other side of that strut?
There's that might match.
That long thing right there that the shocks are hooked to that goes down like this. What is that?
What is that?
Yeah.
Part of the car?
It's the frame.
Yeah, you put it on there.
Yeah.
Stable.
That's what I'm thinking. So we're going to get it all the way up here under the frame. Tell me if I'm going to hit it or not. Am I going to hit the frame?
A little bit more.
That way?
Yeah.
Right
yep.
there?
Yep.
Am I dead center on it?
Looks like it from here.
That sun gun's on there. All right. Whew, we need an impact.
It ain't even going on all the way. I might need one bigger. Cause this ain't going on all the way. This ain't going on all the way.
Let me see it. Pull it off. If you don't think it's on, don't turn it like that. Now you got it stuck.
Hey.
Why would you do that?
Well. There you go.
burn my drill up. I need a real impact. All right, Frankie, we're gonna have to go see Ross.
Okay.
See if he's got a bigger, meaner impact. And maybe
bigger
a 13/16 with a 1/2-inch drive. If we had a 13/16 with a 1/2-inch drive, we could put our 1/2-inch drive breaker bar on it, and we can go till we either break the lug bolt, whatever it takes.
Okay.
That ain't the worst case scenario. That can be replaced.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna keep getting mad at it until we get it off.
Okay.
Let's go for a ride.
Not in this thing.
Yeah, you got the, man, look at that. That's a little bit bigger than my impact. A little bit. Oh! Look at that, Frankie.
What, you get a first try?
Oh. I loosened them for you.
Yeah.
Oh man, they come right off. All right, well, I got a friend with an airplane. I got a friend with a bass boat. I got a friend with a giant impact.
So you doing all right?
Doing all right. Appreciate you, bro. All right, Frankie. Now you're gonna jack that up so the wheel's off the ground.
You want a little bit more than that?
Oh yeah. You won't pretend like that wheel's full of air. That's probably good. All right, now you got to figure out where you're gonna put your jack stand. Okay, don't get under the truck. Just kind of peer under there. Where you think you want to put the jack stand?
Probably right there.
Right where? Let me see what you're pointing at. Now, see, this is gonna move. Okay.
Yeah, that's not what I'm
So
pointing at.
you want something that's not gonna move. Here, we can take this wheel off. If it falls, well, that'll be a bummer. Keep these for size reference, but we're never putting those back on. We're gonna get new ones.
Them ones are about jacked up anyway.
This sun gun does have disc brakes. Look at that. So I'll tell you what's going on. The reason you got 6 lugs in the back and 5 lugs in the front, my prediction is it's got the original rear end. It was a 6 lug all the way around. Somebody put a Camaro front end on it. Better suspension, better disc brakes. So we're probably going to leave this front end and figure out how to match the rear end
to
the 5 lug, because you don't want to have to carry 2 spare tires.
Yeah.
All right, so now we got to figure out where the best spot to put that. And I think it's going to be right there. See the frame right there?
That gravel's fighting you.
Tell you what, let me see that little piece of plywood. Here, I'm gonna lift this up. You're just gonna slide it right under there. Right here. Go ahead, push it straight forward. Right there, that's good. Go ahead and give that another jack up just a hair. You know how to let it down slow, right?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. Real slow. About
Hey.
my pants.
It was holding up a lot of weight and only on this end.
All right.
I went slow.
Let it down a little bit more.
All right.
Just a hair. Stop. Tighten it, tighten it, tighten it, tighten it. I want this to be there in case this don't go well. Okay.
In case what don't go well.
I was just testing it.
Oh, okay.
You can take that out of there now.
Okay.
Because remember, it's about to be on jack stands on both the front and the back.
Yeah.
So we want it to be solid.
Yeah. Another one.
Take a look at the back. I want you to figure out where am I going to put the jack, and then where am I going to be able to put the jack stand? Am I putting the jack in the perfect spot for the jack stand, or have I got a good spot for both? If you're looking for that frame.
I see that. That's where I'm going to put the jack. That's where both of them are going to have to go, is on here. Because there ain't nothing back on the other side.
Man. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, hold up.
Hold it.
You know how to let it down slowly, Frankie?
You might want to get out from underneath that truck.
I want you to try again. And then as soon as it starts to go, come back, tighten it. Okay. There you go, that's better. Whoa, what'd you just do?
I don't know.
You let it keep going.
Back up.
Yeah, come back up. The doggone it, the frame is sitting on the jack, no problem.
Uh-huh.
But the axle is drooping because of the way, you know, the way the suspension is designed. Let's go ahead and get this wheel off right where it sits, and then we'll let it down slow and see what happens. See if we can get that wheel off there.
This
One of them sides is gonna fit them.
I know. Ain't gonna be that one. Might be that one. Oh yeah, it's gonna be that one. No. I don't think none of these sides gonna fit it, sir.
That fits.
All right.
Look, hold this right here.
What?
Watch. Let go.
What?
Watch. Hold right here. Spin it. See that?
Yes, I see that. I don't like that. But it works, I guess.
That's right.
Gutless, that's fully good.
Let's get them off there.
I'm getting there.
Now, what kind of brakes are those, Frankie?
The kind that don't work too good. I'll tell you that much.
We don't know that. They might.
No, I do know that because I almost hit the Polaris.
Oh, well. Probably didn't have any brake fluid in it. What's going to happen is you're going to start to let this down.
No.
And that piece of frame that you're on right there is going that axle's going to droop a little bit. But this is on this frame up here. Go ahead and let it down, see what happens. Nice and easy.
Move.
Keep going.
Okay, so the two flat tires are now off of the truck and in the bed of my truck, so I can go get new tires for Frankie's truck. So behind me, guys, in this flower bed, I actually did a little bit more work today. So these are my hostas popping up, and I actually added a little bit more bark and kind of smoothed things out, but you can see all these little pointy things that are popping up are my hostas. And I actually ordered some more hostas today, some more bulbs that I'm gonna get in the ground. They'll be here in the next few days. I also got a weeder because I've been having trouble getting these out of the edges. So I got one of those grandpa's weeders. They are not a sponsor or anything like that, but I've got all these weeds that I keep weed whacking them and then they just come back. So, and then if anybody knows what these are, I don't, but they're here. But I think I'm gonna plant some hostas along the front here and kind of around these gardenias because I ordered several bulbs. So I'm gonna be planting some of those around here, and the gentleman that's supposed to come and pressure wash the front of the house, because it's just awful after all these storms and everything and the whole winter, it needs cleaned, something awful. So we're gonna get on that. But I did add some more bark over here. I was able to separate one pup of the hostas and planted it. See if I can find it. Planted it over here somewhere. That might be it right there that I planted. No, that's not it. I don't know. Maybe that is it. That might be it. Honestly, I have no idea. Somebody was digging in here because this did not look like this earlier. Looks like I got some onions, some volunteer onions, but it's not. It's bulbs. Something dug this up. I'm gonna have to. They're bulbs. They're not onions. I don't know what happened here. I'm gonna have to investigate that. Maybe Bunko got in here earlier and jacked this up. But Bunko, did you do that, sir? Bunko, you ignoring me? Yeah, he must have done this because when I was out here earlier, this was not like this. So these are some kind of flower bulb. I need to get these replanted. This is the pup that I planted. This one right here. See, I know what's going on. And then these are all coming in real nice, and I redid all of this. And then I added some more mulch over here, and my tulips are tuliping. Ladies and gents, what are you doing? Why are you up there? This is not where you're supposed to be. Daddy made that taller. It's the laying hens now. Guys, ladies and gents, come here. Please. You don't belong. Jump. Okay. All right, so that's their new trick. Mike just added this so that it's taller because it was only to here. And the meat birds were hopping over. And these guys, I swear, since yesterday, they blew up. And I may end up moving them to the chicken tractor in the next day or so. I literally just redid their bedding, and it looks like it hasn't been done. They're just pooping that much, but they're, knock on wood, I haven't lost a single one. They're about ready for the pasture. And then these guys, I've got somebody, the person who was gonna get the geese, their husband, I guess, ixnayed it. So they are now going to be going on Saturday to somebody else, and they're gonna come by and pick them up. And then I've got my laying hens over here, which I know that I got a straight run. So I think a few of those are roosters. I can already kind of tell. And then I believe the one in the front there is my quote unquote exotic chick, but I think it's just a barred rock. So not really exotic, but we'll take it. Nothing wrong with a barred rock. So there we go. They're starting to feather out already. I already took their heat plates out. They don't need them. And I still have this one in there for the laying hens, but honestly, they just spend more time cuddled up with the geese. If y'all watched the video on Tuesday, you know that we took a bunch of our Muscovies to Mr. Leland's place and his big lake over there. He bought a bunch of my Muscovies, and so everything's all happy over there, and they're doing well. So here I pulled the rest of the geese eggs. They were sitting. Look how quickly their water gets nasty. It blows the mind. They were sitting on a nest over yonder there behind that tree. So I pulled the rest of the eggs. They're in the incubator along with some turkey eggs and some duck eggs because there was a clutch over by the trees that we had, the wood pile over there, and that they had made. And so I pulled those too because Mike wants to burn all that out. So all my geese are living their best life right now. And yeah, oh, Millie. Nope, that's Evelyn. There's Evelyn. And so yeah, so they're all doing well. I've got 3 ducks left. I've got my one of my original drakes. I've got and 2 hens. There's 1 hen right here. And I still have 3 broad-breasted turkeys that we just have not gotten around to butchering. But they've been laying eggs and one of them sitting on a clutch. So, which I don't recommend. I normally broad-breasteds I would not breed or do or whatever, but you know, sometimes nature's gonna nature, and they bred with my Tom that's over here. Him and Roderick, they don't get along. Take a look. So my Tom over here, you notice his feathers are a little sparse. Him and Roderick, which is my other goose, don't get along, and Roderick chases him off frequently by ripping out his feathers. And this is my girl that was sitting on the clutch that the eggs I pulled over by the duck. And she is in and out of the coop. She just kind of does her own thing. But let's go down here. I moved everybody out of this paddock the other day. I guess it's been about a week or so. I moved them out of here so that this could recover, and it's coming back nice already. They were down in the lower paddock as well. They had access to both. But then I've got them up here now. So I moved all these guys by myself, which is one of the reasons why I didn't film it when I did it. Hi, babies. So they got their mineral container out here for the goats and the sheep. You can always give sheep minerals to goats, but you can't give goat minerals to sheep. It has to do with the levels, mainly the levels of the copper. Sheep still need copper, just not at the levels that goats can take it. So when you have a mixed herd, you've got to make sure you're paying attention to that kind of stuff. But this pasture's coming back real nice too. We are going to hopefully in the next week start teaching these guys how to strip graze, because in the next couple months we'll be getting the rest of our ewes. So right now we've got Cy, and he's such a love. I'd get in there right now with, I really need somebody to hold the camera when I go in there with them, because Dan, my weather goat, won't leave me alone. The dogs are going to want attention. So it gets to be a little bit problematic if I'm also trying to juggle the camera. But he comes up to me every morning. I love him down and rub his face, and he gives me little kisses, and he's an absolute doll. So they're doing great. They're going to keep this all mowed down, but we'll start running the electric lines. Now, unfortunately, we are due to get another round of really bad storms this weekend. And this weekend is Mike's birthday. So we were supposed to have people over Saturday night. And now that's kind of a question mark, because if we're under a tornado watch or warning, and severe storms, we might just hunker down and do it a different day. But depending on how the weather is on Saturday will also dictate how much we're able to get done out here. You don't really want to be running electric lines in, lightning storms, right? So we'll see how that goes. If we can't get it done this weekend, we'll definitely make it a priority for the following week, so that we can start teaching them how to do that. I think that they're all very respectful of the electric line, because this is all electrified. All the pens that they have been in are electrified. They just haven't been strip grazed yet, and rotated in that same way. I've basically been bouncing them from paddock to paddock, about once a week. So for now, this is where we're at. But hopefully we'll be able to get this, cordoned off. And then once we have the girls, the ewes, we'll be keeping the Cy, our ram, separate with Dan. But I'll probably keep them in this paddock up top, but I will still strip graze it, so that, between parasite load and letting the ground recover, those are all things that you want to, be keeping in mind. It's better for the land, it's better for the animals, keeps both healthier longer. So that's definitely something we're working on. But there's all the animals. I'll take you up to Beulah. She is Beulah the horse. She has definitely become my horse, although I did witness out the bathroom window not that long ago, Mike actually was feeding her carrots. out of the garden. So he has his moments with her, but he's not a horse person and she's not super fond of him. Like, she's okay with him, but she's not wild about him. I'm definitely more her person, but I'm also the one that, you know, takes care of her more. So there is that. And we are going to try this year as well for the meat birds that are ready to go out to pasture. Mike had the idea of basically pasturing them out front in what Mike calls the park, because basically it's just an area that he has to mow. We've got some fruit trees out there now, but it's just a lot of grass. The chicken tractor was over here when I had the ducks in it, and this was the last spot they were in. But you can see where they were. I don't know if you guys will be able to see on camera behind me, but you can kind of see the marks of where it's been over the last week. It was way up here, and then I just kept pulling it every day until we got rid of them. But look how much greener the front little bit is compared to down here. It's kind of crazy. Let's see if we can get Beulah over here so you guys can see her. You heard me, Beulah May. Come on, Mama. That's my girl. Come on, baby. Come on. No urgency ever for this girl. Every once in a while she gets excited and she'll come running. Doesn't happen a lot. There she goes. There she is. Oh, I was just saying you don't gallop very much. And there you go. Hi, beautiful. Look at you. Hi, Mama. Hi, here, let me put this down. There we go. Hi, Mama. Hi, sweet girl. Did you get excited to come see Mama? Did you get excited? Did you like your brushing today? It looks like you've already rolled again. Oh, you're mad because I don't have a treat? Come here. Where are you going? Oh, you're going to go over there and see if I left you something? I didn't leave you anything. Well, that's all you get, folks. Beulah is very much like, if you don't have something for me when you call me over, I'm out. She's funny. I brought her another bale of hay, which she's eaten about, well, she's eaten a chunk out of it. She's been grazing. She was actually over there grazing when I called her. But, you know, basically you're just trying in the winter to kind of maintain their body conditioning, and now it's time to start building it back up. So she's getting there. She's getting there. I've been de-shedding her every day, and I've watched the crows out here picking up all her hair and going to make their nests and stuff, all the birds. So she is doing great. You know, she's got a lot of attitude, she's got a lot of spunk, but I love on her and she seems to tolerate me. But that's just her. That's just her. She's spunky. So Mike, because we are out of the danger of the last frost, mainly because of the storm that's coming through, normally, like I said in previous videos, our last frost would be kind of this next weekend or sometime this next week. And now she'll follow me because this is what she does. She's like, I don't really want to be near you, but I'm also curious what you're doing. Anyway, he planted a bunch of his okra. He's got his garlic up here looking good, looking good. Those we usually harvest somewhere closer to Easter, but it looks like they're getting close. And then I know he planted or got this row ready for beans, this last row here. So, and then his peppers, his broccoli, all of his like Swiss chard and cabbages and things that he's got in his starts in the shop, those will be ready to be coming out. So now it's just a matter of getting everything in the ground. So he's been working on kind of getting all that stuff transitioned. And like I said, I know he did the okra the other day, he told me. And Frankie and her friend Layla have been working on some of this too. So it was kind of a nice way for, you know, while there's still daylight hours and Mike is still at work after school, if they have time, they can kind of come and work on some of it and get some of that stuff done. And then he can focus on the things that kind of only he can do, or the things that he wants to be able to do a little bit more. So that's working out really well for him. But guys, it is a warm day. I know I'm wearing a sweatshirt. It was cold in the house because of the air conditioner, but it is a nice warm day. It's a little overcast now, but it was sunnier earlier. It's the calm before the storm, I guess, you know. but it's okay. You know, all this rain that we had, the last couple storms that came through, really helped to green everything up. The trees are starting to come back. Our big oak tree is starting to get its little beginnings of leaves on it, and I'm excited. Like I said, I ordered my hostas. I ordered some Wandering Jew. I always want to say Wandering Jude like the Beatles, but it's Jew, Wandering Jew, which makes more sense when you think about it, because they wandered in the desert, and the Beatles didn't really wander anywhere, you know. But anyway, I digress. It's neither here nor there. But it's one of my favorite plants, and hostas have become one of my favorite plants. And I am not the plant person. You guys know this if you followed us for any length of time. I am the animal person. Those are my babies. They are our meat source. They are our egg source, occasionally our milk source. They make my heart happy. I love walking outside and hearing them and seeing them, and I love them. So that being said, I do get excited about the front porch and all my plants out there this time of year. You know, the hostas are essentially bulbs, and they just come back every year. I don't have to do anything, and they come back bigger and better every year because they make pups every year. And you can split them off. I tried to split some off this morning, but it did not go super well. I was only able to separate one, and the other ones, they were too intertwined already, and so I guess you got to really dig them up before then. But everything I had read had said you could do it once they started to come up. But you never know. You read stuff on the interwebs. It's not always right. And I'm not a very planty person, so I don't know. And I didn't want to ruin the whole plant, so I just left it. But they are all coming up. My hummingbirds are starting to come through. I get in a couple every morning, and I think probably by the end of next week, I'll have, you know, a small congregation coming. And then by, you know, May, it'll be like chaos out here. It'll just be like zoom, 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 and I love it. I love it. So I'm excited for that. But man, big steps on Frankie's truck today. That was huge. I'm excited for her. I know she's excited. She's counting down the days till she's 16 and has her license and can zoom away from us. But we got a lot of work to do on the truck before then. But you know, getting the tires off and ready, that was one hurdle that needed hurdled. So get these goslings off the feed bill. Not that they're eating that much, but get them off the feed bill. I got the Muscovies off the feed bill, and ready to move those other birds out here. So the next few days is going to be some busy stuff, weather permitting, because I don't like to put birds out to pasture from the brooder like right into a storm. So that means I've either got to move them tomorrow morning. That way they'll have a few days to acclimate before the weather hits, or I gotta wait like a week. So we'll see. I'm not sure yet how that's gonna go down, but it's gonna go down one way or another. Well, this morning I decided it was a good time to move my Cornish out here, my meat chickens, because we are supposed to get rain on like Sunday. And so this gives them a couple of days before there's rain. I am going to be replacing this tarp. This one's been through a couple seasons, and as you can see, it's seen better days. I just need Mike's help with that because I can't. I'm too short to get it over the top successfully by myself. But I did move all these guys by myself this morning, and they're doing great. They're living their best life out here, and we're going to be pasturing them out going this way. I do have to turn it around and move it back going this way, but I'll pull them a little bit further this way before Mike's going to have a chance to help me turn it and get it going out the front yard, if you will. So, which will be good too, because there's areas where they'll have trees and lots of clover and stuff to eat out there. So that was one thing off my list this week, so that's good. We're just plugging away down here, trying to get everything ready, trying to get the garden ready for spring and summer, and get the other plants and stuff ready. Mike actually went out and seeded the back of the pasture with our neighbor, and you know, trying to improve that pasture health. We actually may be ending up putting some cows on there too, and cycling them through to help improve that back pasture, which will be perfect timing prior to us getting the sheep operation really going. So it'll be good for all parties involved. Everybody, it's a win-win. So I'm excited about that. We appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, click that bell so you get the notifications, and we will see you next time. Until then, stay blessed, and remember, safety's off. Beulah! Hi, beautiful. What are you doing? Dodo, come see Mama? Come here. Beulah May, come here. Beulah. Beulah. Come here. What are you doing? Come here. Come see me. Beulah May. You're so pretty. Come see Mommy. Do 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 do. Hi, pretty girl. Hi, pretty girl. What you doing? Hi, Mama. How's your eye boogers? Hi. Hi. I know I didn't bring you anything. I just brought you my love. Is that not enough? Is that not enough? Yep, there's a good girl.